Hopefully the dragon kept you company while I was away. How much crowns have we... We're up to 10 crowns, actually. That's kind of impressive. Let's see. How slow is this coming in? It is the... We've got loads of orange. It's the green that we're lacking. Wow. I'm amused by that, I'm not going to lie. With 120 of that. Okay. Let's move things around. I am going to want... Because we clearly need to get this through a little bit faster. That there. A merger. In fact, we're going to want two. I could have kept the other ones there. Pop that there. Actually, no. Going to need to move these around a little bit. So, I'm going to want a merger here. Let me just move these around a teensy bit. Just take me a few moments to get everything into place. So, these are going to be my yellow paint producers. Because we've got loads of yellow paint here. Or we did have. That'll condense. This will distill it. Then we want to deliver that down there. Then we want a load more green. That can once again be created here. Problem there, though. I want the distiller to be here instead. How do I cheat that? I think with two mergers. One that is going to merge two lines at the top here, and one there. And then I have 1, 2, 3 that are all producing green. Should chat right about the puppers. Oh, you're quite correct. I forgot to release the puppers. Let me get on that. Just as soon as I pop these into place. Okay. Before we do anything else, and Transfer the Wild has very correctly reminded me that we need to release 3 puppies from the oubliette that Duffelfish mostly put in there yesterday. That'll take us down to 25 puppies in the oubliette, which will reduce the cost of all channel point redemptions a little tiny bit. I'll quickly get that sorted for you. Maxi Pass goes down to 3,500 or 3,500, I guess I could have said. Name and game goes down to 35,000. The Jeff Gel Bale goes down by 1,500 to 17,500. Making it easier for you to get some of those puppers out of the Jeff Gel. And away from that scallywag road train. Right. Hold on. Technically, Aavak... No. Aavak didn't put the... Aavak just explained what was going to happen if Duffelfish tried to thwart the vote with his FTL shenanigans. Aavak did nothing wrong. Right, let's get these made. There we go. That should take care of everything. I wonder what the orange potions are for, though. So curious. My conveyors are still listed there, but I can't click on them. I wonder if this is another, like, upgrade. Oh, maybe I need to stop the game and start it again. Yeah, you know what, chat? I think we might need to, because it's still listing the potions. So let me quit and come back in. It might be a memory leak or something. I'm putting this game under a lot of strain right now. That's on me. Go. Let's see. Huh. Nope. Nothing listed. I guess 190 speed is the max speed for everything. Very well. Oh, that's looking so much better now. Dear God, that is a stupendous amount of gold there. Really, I need more green just in general. I mean... No, I can't do it from this direction, sadly. Oh well. We're just gonna have to wait. How's everything else going? I mean, overall, this looks a lot less awful than it did before. Stream or no video? What? Why hasn't it picked the game back up? Oh my lord, that's so annoying. Give me a second. Game. Okay, let me exit out again. And we'll see what happens. It could be that that is genuinely a memory leak and it is really struggling. It isn't the card, by the way, chat. That's why I didn't notice it. This is the background that it's the layer underneath the game capture layer. It wasn't like I switched scenes and then forgot to switch back. This is literally the background of the stream. And because Mob Factory hooked in correctly last time, there was no reason for me to assume it wouldn't do that again this time. There we go. But yeah, let me show you. So if I do this, I can move it around. See? Dunk. I have a background there so that when I'm switching scenes, like it's on all of them. If something does go wrong, it's always something there is at least that option of it's not a black screen, or worse still, something you didn't intend to show, like desktop and stuff like that. Okay. Are you hearing me okay? And are you seeing the game okay now? Hey, Sandy. Ferrets are doing well, thanks. Perfect. So, right now, the biggest problem that we are having is with the fact that these things need enormous amounts of green paint. And we're just not getting it. Like, the horde, we're getting more of it on this side because I've got literally 3/5 more paint going into this one than into this one. It would be better if I could somehow finagle it so that everything is being delivered here, I suppose. I wonder if I could do that. It would be a little bit more of a potch, but I think I might be able to. Maybe. We are taking some damage, though. From what? I don't know. Let's go and have a look. No idea what took damage. Bit of a concern. I think maybe I just need to move all of this down to give me more room to make just oodles and oodles of green paint. This one is fine as it is, just because it doesn't need anything more than 40% green paint. And it's getting 40% green paint. And I've already got a good, healthy stock of those picture frames. But these two are really struggling. I think that might honestly be a good idea. So, right, let's have a look at this then. Tunnels there. 1, 2, 3 item. Yeah, we kind of need everything to go through here. So, I really wish there was a way for me to just move them, but sadly not. Let's actually pause it and move things slowly. That'll be a lot safer. Also grab everything from here. So, I'm going to want this to come all the way down, all the way across, and then all the way back up again. And I want all of these set up along here, with a view to have them put all of their stuff back onto this belt, so that it can all go back into the cycle. We are going to want one purple, several greens, honestly. Let's have just 2. Gonna want 3 of those, and I guess this would give us everything we needed, more or less. just wouldn't give us in very high amounts is the only problem. All hooked up. And the fact that we're not going to get it in large quantities is a bit of an issue. Now, let's completely redo the paint side of things. I say paint, it's just generic liquid of some sort. I could honestly just have one of them, the most basic one. Actually, let me just reset all of the types of tools we're using. I want the mergers, I then want the distillers, I want the refineries, and I want the actual liquid assemblers. There we go. We want one pipe going this way, and a refinery just making green paint. And that will make just the painting. Next, we want 2 liquid assemblers. One can be there, one can be here. Maybe. Well, let's... Because both of them at this point need different qualities of inputs. This one can take 40 on the yellow, whereas this one needs both high quality green and high quality yellow. So I'll say, sure, this one can be there, and I will pop a refinery that just delivers yellow paint down to there. There we go. But I'm going to want the green paint to come from a splitter here. This now needs to be high quality green paint, so it needs to be 50 or greater quality. I think this can technically make 50, but 40 is fine. And then the other distiller will be here. This will be making the crowns, but it'll also need high quality yellow paint. So these are the inputs. This one needs to be green, this one needs to be yellow. Genetic greetings, says Bolland. Hello, mate. How are you doing?
Oh.
Okay. So with that done, we put 3 green here. We're going to have a merger. Going into a distiller. Going into another merger, I think. To the green. Because I'm thinking... we'll do exactly the same again for green. We need a decent amount of it because it's going to be hitting both of these, whereas I'm only going to need 1 for the yellow. I'm going to need some more of those though. Just 1 for now. Going to need a lot of the pipes though. Make sure that was making the yellow paint. Distiller can be there. We could even make... could we? No, I wouldn't be able to make a 3rd green. Not simply, anyway. We'll have twice as much green going in. I mean, realistically, I need... well, I don't need twice as much green. Actually, yeah, that should work. That should be enough. Let's just cover those for now. There we go. Yep. This one should be set up for making yellow paint as well. Now, right now, there is no way I'm producing enough for everything I'm going to need. Not even remotely. So how's the stream looking, chat? Sorry about the hiccup earlier. We're taking damage again. Which one? Oh, I think it's the golems. Yeah, one definitely got down here. Alright. Need to have a look at that. I figured it might be just because that one's the least... Oh, damn it. Gonna have to move this around a little bit in order to make this fit. But... And I know this is such a silly reason to do it this way, but I just hate that the pipes don't show that they're connecting. Like, it really irritates me. So we're going to just need to use a lot more pipe to get the job done. Am I the only one that it bothers, though? Because I'm going to be really sad if that's the case. Not going to lie. Alright, there we go. Now I just need to make sure that there are enough materials coming down here that it can feed into everything. Right. Let's go up and have a look at this whole area over here. I think what we need is more cannons. Pretty certain that's always going to be the answer. And if it isn't, it really should be. Let's find a good spot for the new cannons. Actually, one there is probably pretty solid. And maybe one there too. That's a little bit too far out. Damn. Okay, so that's how they're getting down there every now and then. So, I should be able to help that a little bit. Something like this. Maybe another gas trap. Yep. Getting another piercing trap here will help, or taking one from somewhere else that doesn't need it. Have we got somewhere that doesn't strictly need? Yeah, this we don't strictly need. And replace that. There we go. That is just a regular attack. This is just a regular attack. So we will place a piercing turret here. And that will hit far more times. Yeah, that goes through all of them now. Horrible waste of turret, but I'll put it in anyway. It'll get a couple of hits every now and then. Alright, okay. Golems set up. And let's have a look down here. Is this doing what we need it to do? It's producing the stuff. Concentration is high. Wait a second, they can use green potions?
Oh.
Oh. Right, okay. So at this point, we kind of really want to only have green and orange potions being made. We've got no other reason to do anything. And that is almost certainly why so many green potions are getting... Why doesn't it... That's kind of annoying that it doesn't list that as something that can be done. Alright. Potion time. Because it doesn't even really talk about using the potions. So this will be a huge help. Because there was never a place for orange potions and stuff to go before. But that is going to really help. Also, we don't need these anymore, like at all. Hi, Gentonator. Yeah, honestly, the spiders... We can just stop making potions down here. Unless I want to split off the material to make the orange potions down at that point. But I think we're probably okay at this stage. There I was trying to just push more and more hands onto the conveyor when that just wasn't necessary anymore. We're making... Well, honestly, we're sometimes making all sorts of potions over here. Yeah, we're sometimes making the purples here. Whereas realistically, we only want to be making the eggs. So that needs to go in its entirety. And only push those up so that these will always be green potions. And honestly, same can be said of almost everything here. I'm gonna say from this point onwards, yeah, we just don't need anything that isn't a green potion. So we're no longer going to be... Let's clear all of this up. only going to be feeding, yeah, honestly, just the insect balls. And to that end, I can probably clean this up a lot too. That's powering this, which I don't need. Yeah, had I realized that this was the way that now worked, oh man, this would have been so much easier. So much easier. I need to move that back by one just so that I can still have this turret being triggered, because this is still part of the kill box, effectively. And down we go, like so. Now, this stick, I'm not going to worry too much about the hands. I'm still going to focus all of this on making green potions, but sometimes we'll probably make something other than that. And that's okay. We want this. Which direction are you sending things out in? Ugh, I can't see. Okay, sending to the left, and I want it to go to the right. Right, I just want the hell pills, please. Hell pills will make green potions. Block that part off then. There we go. All of this should now be green. Strictly speaking, not actually what I need. I need more orange potions than anything else. I'm going to allow this to still make some potions of different colors. It's fine. But down here... Actually, you know what? Maybe no, that isn't necessary. No. Let's send all this up. Let's flash this out a bit more. Now the potion area. Okay, let me clear this part up a bit. I'm going to say, if it is a mage hand, or a cog, I guess, but we're making far more mage hands than anything else. To head up that way, it'll go around, and then back down. Produce a bunch of new potions. Occasionally things will sneak in there that shouldn't be, but that's fine. By and large, we are now doing a pretty solid job. I'm going to say we don't need to be separating off the mage hands anymore, though. Will there be a return to Songs of 6? Yeah. There absolutely will be. Taking out golems is going well. Yeah, actually this is not too bad. And now I understand that the yellow potions can just be absorbed to produce instantly more Orange potions can instantly be absorbed in order to produce... Oh my god, look at that. That's actually kind of silly. That is actively kind of silly. Now, what I want to make sure isn't happening is we can't pull the green or yellow off the belt, so that's fine. I could perhaps... I don't know, there's quite a stuffed belt here. There's a part of me that wants to pull some of this off. It's honestly mostly the mimics at this point. They're just filling this up so aggressively. I think maybe pulling half of it off here would not be a bad idea. Right now, that's just trying to pull off the various potions, which it doesn't matter. But I don't want to pull all of it out, which is the issue. I think... as risky as it is... Actually, no. I think I can make this work for us. I'm instead going to push the potions onto this belt. Now, some of them will get absorbed, and that kind of sucks. Unless I do this. Actually, that works. Something like that. Then... I'm going to try something a little bit cheeky here. I'm going to try Splitter, which will send half of the stuff down and half of the stuff just into the wall. And that should get punted across eventually and split off. We'll see how that does. Yeah, chat is just being cozy and enjoying the stream. Exactly. Cozy chat. Cozy chat, best chat. Still not the best solution, but... could still be a little bit improved. The only issue is it'll probably cause this potion to get a little bit squiff, but... let's do it. There we go. That's gonna help. That cleans out that line a lot. Now, how many crowns have we got? We're actually getting much better now. Still, that said, considering we've got slime here, which makes green potions, mage hands, which makes yellow potion. Ooh. Maybe I'm thinking about this the wrong way. Maybe what I should be doing instead is sending all of this material up to the crafting area. Because there seems to be a crafting island just there. Because I could send the gears and the hands over there, and the slime, to make all of the potions I need to turn into the paintings. I wonder. No worries, Gentonator. It is very early in the morning for most folks. Quite a few of them started watching, how long ago now? Nearly 6 hours ago. And it was already late then. Late then for them, so. Just a cozy morning stream. Yeah, the green paint is still the problem. Having the paints being made directly would help. But that being said, I guess I could make these up there too. Just where would I fit it? I mean, technically I could just, like, reduce the slug area. Honestly, this... my stubbornness over keeping that slug area is like 90% of the problems that we've got right now. I could be making all these hell pills and mage hands into the paintings that I need. But no. Although I suppose we're only 5 off now, so it seems silly to do that. When we've struggled so long to keep it there. I'm surprised not more of the mage hands are getting down here, though. It feels like there's an issue there. Actually, no. Now it's more of the hell pills that are being the issue. Huh. Well, I guess, actually, thinking about it, I am moving a lot of the hell pills around. Actually, very good point. Oh, wait. I'm just sending the potions this way, aren't I? Where's the end to the slug spawn? I don't think we ever see the end to the slug spawn, actually. Keep your eyes peeled. Is there ever a green... yeah, there are green potions in there. Right, okay. That's where the problem lies. Oh no, we can't move green potion balls. We are just going to have to send everything up here. I mean, the real ideal solution would be to always be turning them into green potions, but yeah, no, now it's all clogged up again. Ah, damn it. Okay. Let's see how that works. Probably going to see more of a clog, but hopefully it'll keep moving. Only up to 21, but now we're seeing a lot more hell pills making it through the system. This is the real decider, because the hell pills are down there. Go. Okay, so what we need at this point honestly, what we really need is to get more potions, realistically. I mean, the hell pills are getting through here, but most stuff is not being pushed onto the lane the correct way, because now it's overburdened, massively overburdened. Are there many hell pills around here, I wonder? Don't actually think there are, interestingly enough. Okay, well, what we can do here then is tell the hell, set it to hell pills to be pulled off. That way. Oh, not quite what I wanted. More of this will turn into green potions than not. Occasionally, we're going to get some yellow potions, but that should still help a bit. Do want to make use of this though. So we've got all of these spiders' webs coming through. And I would like... these potions, whatever they become, to stop going directly into there. Basically, half of all of the ingredients that come from this side should go across. But... I want that to be done via a tunnel. This is so needlessly complex. I really don't want anyone to think that I'm under the impression that this is a good system. I just don't want to redesign everything, and I also am being insanely stubborn about not deleting the slug spawn that we've created. That is the long and indeed the short of it. Wait for me to get more of these down here? I don't think so, sadly. So, I'm going to want this tile here to send hell pearls in particular. I want to see what else can make the green potions. Oh, it's the hearts. So no, the hell pearls specifically. Across here and then down. This should allow all of these to become green potions from that point on. And everything will output in this direction. Still get an orange potion every now and then, but it should still help. Okay, there we go. I mean, realistically, I'd actually be okay with a decent amount of this going down through here as well, because it would... I'd only need one hell pearl in each one to create the green potions, but this is fine. Problem is, there's such a volume of worm bits and spider webs that they would create the white potions quickly, and there'd rarely be enough time to pull in a hell pearl before the potion was manufactured. Yeah, Star Mage. I already mentioned that, actually. I said I could send that up instead of bringing it down and set up the construction island there. The only reason I didn't is because we are so painfully close. And in fact, we have it. What? New enemy, Giga Dragon. Build the mech faster than the dragon can destroy it. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Fair enough, I just... Stage 0 of 3. Oh, it's going to want all of them, isn't it? So I may as well have done it, I suppose. So, alright. I like the music, though. Okay, yeah, that we absolutely should have been sending it all up instead. Can I just buy this island? I can. Good to know. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so at this point, do slug bits get used for anything down here? Yeah, hell pills get used for making these things, but I actually don't need them anymore. The hell pills only got used to make the devices that I used to make the paint. So yeah, we don't need to send the slugs in that direction. I need to send the slugs up instead. If I'd realized that whatever we were going to be making was going to need like a constant delivery of this stuff, then yeah, that would have been a lot smarter. Hey. Oh god. I'm going to assume this needs... almost certainly going to need all 3 parts to be delivered. Yeah, the Great Slug Migration. That is basically what it is, yeah. Now the problem is they're all going to nuke this so hard. So I'm kind of tempted to just buy whatever I can afford right now. Because I'm about to lose a lot of it. And there's really not a version of this where that doesn't happen. Because the second I start moving them around, they're going to lose it and try and get over here. And these ones are going to go nuts and everything's going to go very, very much pear-shaped. Build a bridge. Yeah, I'm going to have to bring the slugs down one layer. And having that there is no longer necessary. Right, where am I pulling power from? Go, power's restored. And power's restored. Okay, good. So I'm going to want to change the way the slugs are moving around over here, but ultimately I kind of want to kill them as they're making their way through this area. But this part of my base really wasn't designed with that in mind. I'm not sure. I mean, we might be able to do this without dying, and I'm going to try to. However, there is a reasonable chance that that occurs. So just warning you now. I'm going to need these potion makers here. Since at this point, we're going to be sending everything over here. Then making stupid amounts of potions to send it in. That's probably what the idea was for the potions, I would imagine. So I am going to need to, well, I'm going to remove that. There's not going to be a need for a cannon in that location anymore. And instead, I can put an extra cannon over here, I guess, since that will hit the slugs as they're moving down. I've got 2 piercing turrets. One can exist up here. Can exist down. Yeah, I do want that. We're gonna move some of this around. I am gonna have to thin out some of the slugs. Don't want to get rid of all of them. Very much don't. But we are going to have to get rid of some. That's going to be a problem. Can't get rid of that, sadly. I think the slugs make the green and the mages and golems make the orange. So I really want to specifically make as much green down here as I possibly can. And as quickly as I can, too. They've changed tack. They're no longer going in this direction. That's kind of scary. I'm thinking I'm going to need to remove all of these just for the time being. We're going to need an enormous amount of slugs. But while I'm retooling, I kind of need to be able to completely redesign this system. Oh, good God. Maybe I don't need to redesign the system. I lied. The system's perfect. Oh, God. No, that's wrong. They shouldn't be going this way. Oh, poop. Okay, so we're moving this again. Go back. You scoundrels. You live over here. Okay? That's where you live. Go, 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 go. There we are. And done. Now we can put this back in. And take this one away. Alright. Those cannons are ridiculous. I honestly thought we were going to lose, but the cannons are just nightmare fuel. They are so brokenly powerful. Brokenly powerful. Slug explosions, yes, and that's exactly what just happened there. So, given how redonkulously powerful the cannons are, I'm not even sure I need to worry too much about this. Still, I want to make sure that we're sending. Oh my God, I had 73 of them. That we're sending a reasonable amount of slugs through. So let's create the path. I guess there's nothing really wrong with doing it this way. Let's go back to being lazy. Yep. Okay. This is going to cause all kinds of craziness up top, but I need to see it in order to fix it. Okay. But now, let's just get everything going up here and into the storage area. Just so that I can get it all sorted. Yep. No longer technically even need this, so may as well get rid of that. Do still need that. Very much so. I do still need to ensure that they don't have a route in that direction. Everything going okay over here? Yep, everything is still going okay. I would say that for the most part, now that we're not taking everything from over there, we probably don't need to be siphoning things off as aggressively as we are, but oh well, may as well. Right. I'm still going to use my piercing turrets in this area just because I can. Okay. Thinning things out a little bit is hardly a problem in my opinion. I wonder if that can make it all the way down here to activate this. That would be amazing if it could. No lie, that would actually be fantastic. Let's make sure that everything has power. Actually, no, I'm going to need that a little bit further on. Actually, quite a jam going on right now in the music. Greatly approve. I could make some mana generators, honestly. Sure, go ahead. Then we need to just draw that across. Now I need to make sure that we've got power at this part as well. Then we deploy the slugs. Oh, I've got to do it. Can't drag them. Hurts. I think we'll technically end up with more slugs than we had before. So, rejoice, chat. Yeah, we are actually going to end up with more slugs than we had before. Rejoice! Only 3 left. Wow. And technically, I can fit them in. So, I'm going to. Praise be. The re-sluggening has been achieved. Yeah, we blew up the slug homes to rebuild the slug homes, yes. Because I wanted to have an easier way of seeing the layout. Grey Ferret Gaming, thank you very much for the raid. A wonderful name. I deeply approve. Okay, let's have a watch of what happens. It's going to be silly. It's yeah, it's just exploding everywhere. The game was not meant to handle this many hell pills. But that's no reason for us not to. Oh my lord. So much. Too much, some might say. But not us. We would never say such a thing. Let's see. Can I place something there? I can. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a bunch of bridges. And then I'm going to do this. That still means that some of them are going to get through. And then we're just going to feed them down here. When that happens. But otherwise, we should be good. Oh my lord, look at the spillover. No. Too much. Too powerful. Good lord. The slug gods weep. Surprise ferret. It's never... Well, actually, no. It is always a surprise ferret raid. But when you own ferrets, it's never a surprise ferret raid. Okay. All the mage hands, all of the pills, all of the stuff, forever and ever and ever and ever. So the next stage then, when they get punted over there, I need to move it over a little bit. We're going to need to build more bridges so that I can properly secure this area. I've only got one though, because that sucks. Let's build that up. Nope, wrong thing. Stop trying to be helpful, game. Okay, we're going to need a load more bridges. Just to seal this off. But what we can do then is start manufacturing enormous amounts of potions. Just potions, potions, potions all the way up. Insufficient ingredients. Oh. Worm bits. Kind of shocked, but okay. Actually, what we could do over here, though it's a bit cheeky, is to send some things up top. Remove that. We're going to have to take away one of our mage portals, but they're not as important as the slugs. We all know this. And we will pop that through. So that the potions that we're making go up. And also some spillover will go up. Give some room for the gubbins, you know? So welcome, Grey Ferret Gaming. How are you doing? How was your stream? Let's get a shout out. Anyone with ferret in their name is no doubt extremely dapper and deserving of a follow. There you go. We are just in the end game presently of Mob Factory. It's a hard to explain game, but it's effectively if you industrialized a kill box for mob grinding. Kind of thing, you know, Minecraft. It's very much a curious game, but very fun. Let's drop a couple of these down. Right. Okay, that's helping a little bit. More and more gubbins are ending up over here now, which I'm greatly happy with. Alright, we've got more bridges, so let's start popping those down. I'm mostly worried about stuff falling off the edge. That should now not be possible. Oh, that's unfortunate. Please don't try and deposit your potions in that direction. Put them out the way they came in. Okay, so now then, what we're gonna need is actually kind of twofold. That needs to go. Alright, I need to see where... it's gonna be annoying. Yeah, I can't put that one there. Drat. Okay, so I'm probably not going to be able to send it up in this direction. And instead, I'm going to have to do something a little bit more squirrely. And then... back. There we go.